Hey everybody, I'm attorney Mike Contant. A question I get asked all the time is, can the police detain you without arresting you? And the short answer is, under the right set of circumstances, they can. And those circumstances are where they have what they call reasonable suspicion to believe you're involved in some sort of criminal activity. Now, they have to be able to point to specific and articulable facts that show why they believe you're involved in this. Someone said they saw someone matching your description doing something. They themselves observed something that they believe might have been criminal activity. It has to rise to a certain level in order to make even a slight detention of you for a short period of time. Now, what they're supposed to be doing is investigating what this reasonable suspicion to determine whether or not you actually did anything. They're allowed under those circumstances to stop you for a brief period of time, perhaps interact with you, ask you some questions about it, and to make their determination whether or not they believe there's probable cause to actually arrest you for some type of crime. Now, if they also have reason to believe you might be armed and presently dangerous to them or someone else, they could also pat down your clothing. You see that on TV, up against the wall, assume the position, and they do a pat down of the clothing to try and find weapons of some kind. Now, that is permissible under the right set of circumstances. However, if the police hold you too long based upon the particular circumstances, if they do something that's aggressive, such as they don't have a lot of information, but they pull their guns on you, order you to the ground, and throw handcuffs on you, that is no longer this type of stop. That actually it's transformed into arrest. The courts look at it based upon proportionality, and proportionality relates to the circumstances. How long was the detention in relation to the type of crime being investigated? What was the nature of this particular detention? Did it pass the smell test in relation to the crime that's actually being investigated, or was it excessive? These are the types of things we look at to decide whether or not this detention is one of those brief stops or whether it amounts to arrest, for which the police have to have a much higher standard called probable cause. And that's basically a substantial belief that you, in fact, were involved in some kind of criminal activity. So if you have any questions, if you've been stopped by the police, and you have any questions about that, or what the police can do in those circumstances, please feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'd be happy to speak with you about it. Thanks, and have a great day.